Let's talk business. I was recently endorsed by BizFedPac. BizFed is an alliance of chambers of commerce, trade organizations, and economic development organizations. It represents 420,000 employers in the area. Why do they agree that Torrance needs a change in leadership? Why are we all concerned? And why should you be concerned about the future of our Torrance economy with the damage from the last 4 years? Words alone may lead you to think that our city is doing great, but let's look at the real numbers. First, let me say my family chose to headquarter our business here in Torrance over 30 years ago. And since then, we've been active members of the business community. I served as chair of the committee for the Chamber of Commerce for many years. Yes, the entire region and the world is actively recovering from COVID, but Torrance is really not competing with our neighbors. In fact, considering that we're supposed to be the economic powerhouse of the South Bay, we're dramatically falling behind. I'll tell you why in a moment, but it all boils down to the self-interest of some members of our council, my opponent being the one leading the charge. Since 4 years ago, when my opponent took office, Torrance has added almost no new jobs, shows a loss of employment opportunities, and has a dramatic increase in unemployed residents. And we have thousands of less jobs than we did in 2019. We were moving in the right direction. Then in 2022, my opponent changed our economic strategy, and we started heading in the wrong direction. Maybe it's not just Torrance. Maybe it's all of the South Bay. No, it's just Torrance. Comparing us to Carson, Inglewood, Los Angeles, El Segundo, we're really falling behind, and this has a direct impact on our residents. Torrance is funded largely by sales tax, which is good because we want our visitors coming to our mall and our restaurants, and then their tax dollars funding our police, our fire, our roads. However, because of our faltering economy, Torrance has transitioned into being primarily funded by your property taxes. While the South Bay and Los Angeles County economies grew, Torrance is falling behind. This is a two-part video, so stick around for part 2 where we'll get into why and how my opponent John Kaji led us to this place.